Hey everybody, good morning. Brian Gibbs here. And for Daniel Gomez, hey, I'm wearing my sticker stock. I can talk today. Sticker shock shirt. And yes, I know it's backwards. Who knows how the heck these computer camera things work? All I know is I'm live with you today, and I'm here with ChatGPT again. ChatGPT is hiding out on another screen for the moment, so you don't see her here, but she's here nonetheless, or he. However, I wanted to make the voice. That's one of the fun things with the voice thing is you can change its voice, which is kind of just one of those entertaining things. That is, if you feel like being entertained. Anyway, ChatGPT, are you here with me today? Maybe. I love it when it does stuff like this. That's the most fun. So let's try this again, shall we? We'll do this. We'll do that. And it's loading up. It's loading up. It's loading up. ChatGPT, do you hear me today? Now, here's a stupid thing. This morning it's not connecting. So we'll see if I can connect one more time. But I was literally just talking with it. And if it doesn't connect, then screw ChatGPT for today, and we'll just go over the tools that I was going to share anyway. Yeah, who knows? It's doing its own thing. We're going to ignore ChatGPT today and just have a regular conversation. So I'm going to bring this up. So today, what I wanted to chat about was some of the tools that I use for my day-to-day besides ChatGPT, because everybody knows ChatGPT, or most people are familiar. However, the other day I did talk with a San Antonio police officer who did not know about ChatGPT. Tell you a little story and something I didn't know. But I was getting some work done on my car. We were on a test drive with the mechanic, and in the meantime, I get pulled over, and I wasn't speeding. There was nothing going on. I asked the cop, "What's the deal?" And he said that my license plate was obscured. I have a cover over it, and he said there was glare, and he couldn't see it. So I said, "Okay, what's the statute?" And he couldn't tell me. He just said that it was illegal. All right. So I finish up with the drive. He gives me my little warning, whatever. I finish up with the drive. I go back to my mechanic. I pull up ChatGPT and I say, "Hey, here's what happened. Here's the ticket I got, or the warning I got. Is this a law?" And ChatGPT actually found the statute to support the cop pulling me over. Well, he was working the streets, so I saw him and I waved him over and I told him, "Hey, absolutely, you were right. But it's really helpful if you know the statutes." So he argued with me just a second, and he said, and he showed me his computer screen, and he said, "I've got to remember all of these statutes. How am I going to do that?" And I said, "Well, honestly, that's part of your job, is to understand these statutes before you enforce them. I referee volleyball. We have to know the rules before we enforce them, right? Being a law enforcement is a lot more important than refereeing volleyball." So I explained to him, if you use ChatGPT, you can say, "Hey, what is the statute?" And then you can find the statute to support the ticket. Simple as that. He'd never heard of it. So that's one simple way to be able to use ChatGPT, is you can look up things that you might not know immediately. One of my all-time favorite quotes, I say it all the time, and the irony is that I remember it, but it was by Albert Einstein, and Albert Einstein said, "Never memorize anything that you can look up." Okay, we've got these cool tools now that look all this stuff up for us. So that's one practical way of using a tool like ChatGPT. But as you see on the screen here, I've got another one called Notebook LM. And what's really cool with Notebook LM is just its functionality. I did one yesterday for my friend Brian Gear just for fun, and about his agency, Skagit County Department of Emergency Management, and I put in some information here, and I said, let's go to the notebook guide. And I just gave it one little thing. And I said, let's make an audio overview. So I'll let that load for a second. But while it's doing that, I haven't done this. And I uploaded a page from their website. So let's just go in here. And this is producing, I think, an outline. Okay, so it's telling us what happened January 23rd, who the people were, all of that. So that's a thing. Go back over here. How about a study guide? Let's do a study guide on the Department of Emergency Management for Skagit County, and it's doing its thing, whatever its thing is. And now here you go, Skagit County Department of Emergency Management Review Guide. What is the primary mission? Describe 2 key functions. How does it, serve the community? All of that. And down here, it actually is an answer key. So you could use this. Say you do a presentation or some type of thing where you're providing knowledge. You can come in here and actually make a test with an answer key to be able to do that test. So going back here, just take a listen. I don't know if you can hear this well or not, but let's try this. Let's move the microphone. Okay, so that's kind of like a quick little snippet of its capability of doing like a podcast. And you can change the voices, not within this tool, but if I went over to another one of my favorite tools, we'll go over here and go to 11 Labs. And 11 Labs does speech synthesis. I've already proven I can't talk today. You can do text to voice, and here's just something I did the other day, and you can hit generate speech. All right, so that's one thing, and you can regenerate. So we're going to stop. We're going to stop this. And it's got just tons of different voices. Another tool I use a lot is called HeyGen. HeyGen is a video tool that's AI generated. These are AI avatars, and you can do, you can do a business consultancy and have the guy talk and use your voices that you upload from 11 Labs, or they've got voice in here. Now, I've used this. People have asked how I speak so many different languages. I don't. I can speak a little Spanish, but honestly, I'm only really truly fluent in English. But with HeyGen, I can speak, I don't know, 50 different languages, and most of them very fluently, and they're in my voice. So that's kind of cool, So if you're working in a business where you want to expand beyond just the, North America or English speakers, or say you're in Canada and you need to speak Canadian French, it does that. Or I've got a lot of Puerto Rican friends, I will do something, record it, and speak to them in Puerto Rican Spanish, which is not what I learned in Southern Cal. Let's see. Claude is great because it's another large language model similar to ChatGPT. It just has better text output. So ChatGPT is really good for doing code, but you can do code here as well. And then Jupyter. Jupyter is a good one because this has B-roll. So you can put in your script and it will actually give you B-roll and then give you text overlay. This is just the homepage, but it'll give you the text overlay. You can generate the video and it'll do the thing. So if you watch Alex Hormozi, for example, this is similar to his text on his videos. So those are just, I mean, that's just 5 different tools. I use a ton of different tools, and there are so many different things. Depending on what you need as a business, there's something that can be done for that. There are some other things that I use. We could literally build out tools, custom tools specific for your business. Like I said yesterday, if you needed, say you're a construction company and you needed specific parts, materials, tools, whatever, we could build a tool to actually find the material in real time. One thing I'm working on just for fun is a game, a digital game for dyslexia. I don't know a lot about dyslexia, but I do know somebody who knows everything there is to know about dyslexia. So I'm building a game to help with that. And it's all code and whatever. So, all these different tools. But hey, that's all I wanted to chat about today. We've gone 11 minutes into this gig, so 12 minutes. So again, I just wanted to share. Sorry, ChatGPT didn't work, but sometimes it's the internet, and that's just the way it is. But if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about, tomorrow is going to be the last day of this interview series. My book's coming out next Thursday, From Overwhelmed to Optimized. It's written specifically for small businesses who don't quite grasp AI, who are kind of nervous about using it, or even afraid of using it, or don't know how it can be applied to their business. That's who this book is written for. If you are advanced and really deeply understand AI and stuff, don't buy this book. It's not for you. However, the tools are really cool. If you know anybody who's got a business that, should know AI, this is for them. This is for small businesses who don't quite get it, but know they should be using it. And again, I go into a lot more than just ChatGPT. So anyway, that's my invitation. Look for the link. It's coming out soon. Just waiting to wrap up a couple of parts, and then that's it. So I appreciate you joining me. Thank you so very much for taking the time, and I am going to call